Yeah. I'm high. It's still fucking wild. Yeah. Susie got that Thule, it bang harder than a Uzi. Dylan is Windows 10, and so if we catch it, you're finished. Multiple clicks of women, clacking shoes on the street, half naked just to get in. Asking people for me, for free, they want to get in, but it's nothing to me. My people, they always get in for just showing up. We got too many flows, never running out of ammo. I feel like $1 million, I need me a couple commas. Ball so well, don't fuck with these raps.
Everybody, the NFC West Prime, and you guys have checked out the debut of the intro, but there's an outro at the end. But hey, Ramsaholic is back, and Seahawks Eddie is back, and my Cardinals co-host won't be here, unfortunately. But let's just go on to the NFC West topic, man. Let's recap the game. Let's talk about the Rams, man. They played a competitive game against the Eagles, man. They played a really close game, as expected. So what's your thoughts of it, Ramsaholic, man?
Obviously not the result I wanted, but I think the Rams in the first half looked really good. We had the lead 14-10, and then in typical Rams fashion this year, we just let up a last-minute drive, go for a touchdown, similar to what we did to San Francisco. And it sucks because the Rams are so good when they can actually take a lead into the half. And Sean McVay's record is like superb when that happens. But unfortunately, second half came and the Rams just didn't know what to really do on offense. Stafford was missing easy throws. I think Cooper Kupp and him really need to get that connection going that they had in the first half and all of last year and the years prior. But that second half, they were really off. And the Eagles, Jalen Carter, man, that guy's an animal. And Jalen Hurts is just, he puts the team on his back. He's mobile. It's a good team. The Eagles just like to chew clock and dominate time of possession, play smart. They definitely kick a lot of field goals. They only scored 6 points in the second half, but their defense did what they had to do. And fortunately, another loss. So now the Rams are 2-3 with the Cardinals on deck.
Yeah, when I saw that game, it was very competitive in the beginning, and then you guys just didn't seem to finish from right off the bat. Like you said, some of the throws that Stafford had, it was either he was getting a lot of pressure. That's what I've noticed about, like, when we play against the Rams, it's like Stafford, if you give him time on the pocket, he might be clicking more. But when you pressure him a little bit, which the Philadelphia Eagles were able to do it, that's what kind of got your rhythm off. But I don't think it's the issue with your offense. I think it's just the timing was a little off with Cooper Kupp at some points. And then if you guys could just feed Kyren Williams the ball more, I think you guys could be more of a balanced team. But I think as far as, like you just said, Jalen Carter, despite how he's playing and how people criticize the off-the-field issues, I think he turned out to be a good football player for the Eagles. Philadelphia, I don't know. They don't look like the same team from last year, if I'm being honest. Like remember how last year they were just destroying teams right off the bat? Not so much. It's like, but they're still a good football team no matter how you look at it. So
that is 100% true. It's like, yeah, it's like they beat you guys and the Eagles have beaten every team put in front of you.
Yeah. Philadelphia just, they're a good football team, but I wouldn't say they're good like the word last year. They got some dogs. I'll give them that. They got some dogs out there. Yeah, I'll give them that. Oh, where are the Cardinals? Oh, I don't know. Like Cardinal, he's not going to be here for today, but we'll probably discuss about the beatdown. I mean, the loss of the Bengals later. But we'll talk about it later. But I know, hey, you know what? Matter of fact, let's go on the Cardinals before we go to my team. So let's recap the Bengals and the Cardinals. Man, looks like the Cardinals are going back to reality for today. I think Cincinnati's starting to click a little bit. I had a feeling this was going to be one of those games that maybe Joe Burrow starts to get it together, and he didn't disappoint. And Arizona was playing some good expiring football those previous weeks until they played us.
Yep.
But I feel like this is Cincinnati that we're kind of getting accustomed to. Maybe they're coming back to reality now. Like Jamar Chase is just a threat. When you give Burrow some time on the pocket, that guy he's tough to stop. The running game, whatever they got, dude, they're just Cincinnati. If they're clicking, they're hard to beat. So I would say for sure. But hey, Ramsaholic, man, what do you think of that matchup?
I mean, damn, man. All I got to say is Jamar Chase, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns. He smoked them boys. I knew the Bengals would win this game. In a way, it was kind of like they had to win this game with the division they play in. And the Cardinals really aren't a team right now that looks to be a team that's hard to beat. They fight. They're fighting in games. They're competing, but overall, if you have the Cardinals on your schedule, you have to take advantage of it. You got to beat them. Cincinnati did what they had to do. This team was just in the AFC Championship game last year. The Cardinals have Dobbs out there at quarterback. I think like his magic's running out. James Conner got hurt. He's going to go on IR. So the Cardinals are going to be what we thought. They're going to be a top 5 team in the NFL draft. And I'm sure they'll get a solid player there. I'm not surprised the Bengals won this one.
They were just fighting. Arizona was just fighting hard. They were playing some hard football, but I think it was going to come down to reality. So Cincinnati was just coming back to what they were. And Eddie, what do you thought of that game?
Okay, that game I didn't see the game, but I watched the highlight. It's like that was the game since like I said, they're about to take on a tougher team like the Seattle Seahawks. So, but I knew like Joe Burrow was gonna bounce back. It's like Jamar Chase 3 touchdowns. It's like got almost 200 yards, and like I think wasn't it the Bengals that got a pick 6 in that game, or was that the Cardinals?
I think it was the Bengals. Oh, no, wait, was it the Bengals or try to look it up? Like, are you talking about like the defense?
I have no idea.
I think it was Cincinnati.
Yeah, because I think because when they were going for it on 4th down, and of course they didn't get it, and then so right as they turned the ball over on downs, it's like that's when the pick 6 happened.
So I'm trying to look it up.
Maybe I think Dobbs did throw 2 interceptions in this game.
Oh, so it was the Cardinals that created the turnover. Okay. So it looks like Dobbs is coming back to reality, I guess. Like he was looking pretty hot for a minute. Now we'll see. I know this game, we can talk about how embarrassing it was to watch a primetime game. Like if everybody thought the New York Giants losing 40-0 to the Cowboys was worse, man, America just got a lot worse. Like 42-10 against
They sure did.
Like the Niners not only just beat the Cowboys, they just pounded them, beat them. Tell them, hey, we're gonna take your girlfriend, we're gonna do this to you, and you're not gonna do nothing about it. That's what the mentality was. That's what it seemed like. You know, like that big bully that says, hey, I'm gonna take your lunch, I'm gonna take your money, and I'm gonna take your lady, and you ain't gonna do nothing. That's what it seems like.
For real.
But Dallas just didn't have an offense, man. Their offense just was a little inconsistent. And I was like talking about this game, and I wasn't even predicting a blowout like this. I said a 2-touchdown win at least, but I just thought if their offense isn't going to step up, it's going to be a long day. And it just proved me otherwise that it was a long day. Dak Prescott threw 3 picks. The Niners defense was making his life a living hell. Tony Pollard didn't even do much on their offense as much. And even if he did, he had a little bit of garbage yards. And then you looked at the rest of the Niners offense was just on a roll, bro. Brock Purdy was just looking unstoppable. The way we were able to just make plays, bro. I don't know if this was probably our best game by far, but I would say overall it looked like one of them best performances because he played on one of the best defense.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think, Ramsall? What do you think of that performance, man?
Man, that game was over quick, dude. Especially after Tony Pollard. I was shocked that Tony Pollard and McCaffrey both fumbled in this game. Those guys are usually guys that protect the ball. I mean, CMC's fumble was kind of fluky, how he laid on the dude and then it popped out. But I don't know. This was a rivalry, I guess, because both teams had dynasties back in like the 90s. So the fans just grew up hating each other and it still lives on. And I expected to see more fight out of the Cowboys, especially because you guys knocked them out of the playoffs 2 years in a row.
You would think that would motivate them.
Right. You would think. And if you lose, okay, you lose by 3 points, 7 points. All right. To lose by 32 like that, like Dak Prescott is overrated. Sorry, Dallas. Like, I know it won't be easy to find a replacement for him unless you have faith in Trey Lance, but Dak Prescott, I don't envision him winning a Super Bowl. I think he chokes in big moments. I mean, he can't ever complain about the teams he's had. Since he's came into the league, he's had stacked teams on the offensive line. He had Zeke Elliott, and the defense maybe wasn't so good at first, but as of late, the defense has been nasty. And then Micah Parsons didn't do anything, but I really don't get why he was lining up with Trent Williams. Like, dude, you should take advantage of someone like the right side of the line. Why are you going against a guy that hasn't allowed a sack in like forever? Makes no sense. I don't see Aaron Donald going up to Trent Williams like, yeah, I'm going to go up against you.
Nah, he tries to go against our other guys. He goes against McGlinchey or sometimes those other guys, and he'll usually get some favorable matchups sometimes. But
exactly.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, if you are a Dallas Cowboy fan, you can't make excuses for Dak Prescott, and you need to get off that drug a little bit, man. Those content creators who are trying to make money off of false stuff, get off that stuff. You're losing your fan card right now. Don't even defend the guy. You gotta understand when he got interviewed. When he got interviewed, that question about the game, bro, did you see how he was reacting, bro? He didn't look like happy about it. So that was not a good attitude.
Yeah,
that to me was like a selfish attitude. Like, oh, why you bring it up? Oh, I'm pissed off about it. I'm glad you brought it up or something. Like, you could tell he was kind of upset.
Yeah. And I saw like Micah Parsons taking shots at some of the players.
Yeah, Michael Parsons is such a podcast. I think if I want to tell you this, he's like a modern day like speech talker. Like he's a wolf ticket guy. He'll sell you some tickets and try to fill you, bro. Like if he said some shit about the Rams, bro, I bet he'll feed off of you guys more.
Oh, for sure.
If he said it to Seattle, I think he would have feed off of you guys more.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, just like Cop Pizzle was calling our team out that time. Remember, I had that duel in.
Yeah,
that was our Michael Parsons right there.
That won a game since.
It was the funniest shit. Yeah. You kind of like get how like Michael Parsons. I'm not denying the guy's talent, bro. He's very versatile. He's got speed and all that talent that you want at a linebacker. But when you can't even get to Brock Purdy or anybody else, bro, then you can't talk. One tackle, one pressure to show.
Look who Dallas is beating, dude. They beat New England, Giants, and Jets. That's it. They beat 3 of the worst teams in the NFL.
And the Cardinals are not even
they lost to the Cardinals by 12.
And they're like the worst team in our division.
They've had the easiest schedule besides you guys. They should have won every game. They should be 4-1, really.
But the excuse from Dallas fans was that's an outliner game. We always struggle against the Cardinals, bro. I don't care who you guys play. You guys need to get over your demons. Maybe the Cardinals are just too physical, and you guys just weren't ready for that challenge.
For real.
You know how you can compare the difference from the Cowboys? They're like the internet gangster talkers, right? But when they meet them real G's in person, different story. You're done. You don't mess with them real G's, huh? Them real G's are the ones that don't talk. They just go in. They don't do the talking.
Right.
That's what they bring to the table. But, yeah, man. Definitely. Oh, speaking of the next matchup coming up soon, I guess Vikings might not even go without but that's until the next week's game. The following week we play the Vikings. But without Justin Jefferson, that's going to be tough. Oh. And I heard some injury news that Deshaun Watson might not even play.
I heard that too.
Football gods, what is going on? Then they're gonna say we ain't played nobody. God damn, I want Watson. Come on, Watson, go out there, man.
And they're gonna start not even start that rookie. They'll start your
PJ
guys'
Walker.
quarterback.
PJ
Oh
Walker.
no, PJ Walker. Yeah, PJ Walker.
Yeah, football guys. Then they're gonna say we ain't played nobody, man. Come on.
Oh. And if you
give us Watson. Give us Watson with a bad arm at least, so we can't get excuses.
Hopefully,
how long is he expected to be out for?
I don't know. I think for Jefferson, he'll be out for 4 weeks possibly with the hamstring. There's a good chance that Watson might play, but it's something to do with the sprain rotator or something.
Shoulder. Yeah, it's a shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder injury, but it can. I don't know, man.
Day to day right now, but he didn't even want to play the last game. He said he didn't want to play.
Yeah,
paid. He don't care.
On a cold weather team that's trash, who wants to play? But still, now we're gonna hear excuses. Oh, Dallas didn't want to play. Oh, Cleveland, they didn't have Watson out there. I don't want to hear that, but it is what it is, man. But if we're going to talk about like previous matchups, let's talk about the positive of the matchup. Even though the Rams lost, what can you take away from that game, from the Eagles game? Positive and negative.
Positive for sure. Puka and Cooper Kupp together did not hurt each other. It was actually good. They both had over 30% target shares. So that's a good thing to see them two together. Van Jefferson, big news, was traded today to Atlanta. So that means Tutu Atwell did his thing all year. He's the locked up number 3. He scored a touchdown.
Yeah, speed. Yeah.
So I think this team's just going to get it. We played I think we played the toughest schedule in the NFL so far. We played the Niners, the Eagles, the Bengals, the Seattle.
And you guys played close.
And the Colts. So all those teams are over 500 besides the Bengals, and that's a good team. So I think there's a lot to look forward to. The schedule gets a lot easier starting this week with Arizona. The negative is pressure. Aaron Donald's wife actually kind of made a hint on Twitter saying, pretty much saying we need another playmaker out there. So Donald needs help on the line. He's not 25 anymore, and he can't be getting double teamed and the triple teamed that no one else is getting through besides Byron Young. So we need edge.
Yeah,
that's negative.
You're gonna have to get somebody, but there's a word on the street. Hopefully you guys don't get him, but there's this guy in Carolina that happens to be out there. I forget his name.
Ryan Burns.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. I heard the Rams off.
I've heard that.
They offered 2 first-round picks, and Carolina turned it down?
Last year. Yeah, last year we did, and they turned it down. And then, but this year, they don't have a first-round pick, so.
They might take it anyways.
They should. They're 0-4. Or 0-5, right? 0-5.
Yeah, they don't have nothing to lose.
Right. They got nothing to lose. They might as well just get rid of it. Build it from the scratch up or something, but.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the positive of what you're saying. Like, as far as your offense, like, I feel like those young receivers are stepping up for the Rams, and that can be a huge difference for the Rams. They got a young, hungry team, so it's like you don't know what to expect, but they're doing better than what people expected them to be. So that's pretty much my positive and negative. Like, yeah, you guys are playing pretty hard. You're playing hard on those games and playing very close to your competition. So as far as my doubts on it, you guys might be sleepers. Who knows? But
for sure.
Yeah, Eddie, what do you think of the Rams as far as their competitive game against the Eagles?
Yeah, but in that game, and like Stafford, what after he was missing like a lot of targets.
Yeah, those are the negative side because he was getting pressure up front a little bit. So. To be fair, he was getting a lot of pressure, so it's kind of hard to get pressure when you're playing on one of the best defense.
Yeah, because I knew it was gonna be a close game. Because I saw so many Eagle fans at the game.
I actually thought it was going to be an upset, man. I actually had you guys an upset because you said Cooper was going to be out there. So I was like, Doesn't look good for.
No, he was out
Yeah.
there, but we still lost. The Eagles
Yeah.
are good, man. The Eagles are really good,
Yeah,
dude.
they're good.
To be real.
That was a roll the dice game.
Yeah. Yeah, you did say that too. Yeah, that's right.
It was there was risky plays, but I think on Stafford, man, he kind of they should have at least put Atwell on that deep play, man. What were they
He
doing?
missed him, bro. He missed him on a touchdown in the right up the seam, dude. I was pissed, bro. He was wide open. It was in a Stafford like game. He's usually clutch, bro, and this defense gave us chances. They only scored 6 points in the second half, and they only got field goals. So we had the chances, dude. We had that game for the taking. But I feel like every game we've lost, we've had multiple chances. And it's just like eventually we got to get it together. The defense is doing good. They're not allowing a lot of points, but we're getting teams to chew the clock on us. So that's why I'm saying we need edge. We need to pressure quarterbacks so they fumble, get sacked. The clock in their head goes off quicker, so they're forcing throws. But I don't know if the Rams are going to make a move this year. They really might wait. We get a lot of cap next year and all of our picks. They really might just ride this out.
Well, you guys want to build up the right way, so maybe you want to just get the veterans later next year, or just build to the draft, which you guys should do. Forget about them picks at this point, man. You guys want to build young and keep a team competitive.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what about you, CG? What do you think about the 49ers from
this game just
positive
seemed
and negative?
the negative side of it. I'll go on the negative side on this one. It wasn't as big of a negative, but there was a couple of penalties on our offensive linemen and a few stupid blocks by our freaking linemen. I think we got to do a little better on that area. But I feel like overall, man, it's just hard for me to get negative on certain sides. Like, okay, the Spencer Burford penalty didn't have no effect to it because he still made the play the following play. But Jake Brendo actually just I don't know, like this freaking block. Like, I want to show you guys this block. This is the one that freaking pissed me off. And everybody said, chill, we're kicking their ass. I'm like saying, bro, that was pretty much the only negative play. But I kind of just pointed that out so fans can stop defending this guy. Like, dude, I don't care how good of a team we are, bro. That cannot slide. That cannot slide. I don't get why. Okay, I want to show you this play where he does something out of the ordinary.
What the fuck is wrong? Jake Brenda, what the fuck were you doing, man? You just pushed Van Der Esch to go tackle.
Oh, I seen that, bro. He pushed right into him.
That's a dumb play. That's pretty much the only negative I can say is Jake Brando, step your shit up or I'm going to take your fucking job. I just said it. Positive, bro. Positive. Positive. We ran the ball well. Offensively, we did pretty well. Defensively, we did really good enough. Take away the one play we gave up a touchdown. Was that pretty much a negative thing? It was more like we were giving them a freaking charity.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought that was going to lead up to a penalty.
What, that play?
Yeah.
No, what he did on this play was he was supposed to block him, but he got beat, and then he just shoved him right into McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, you get a tackle. You know how like Oprah says, you get this, you get a tackle. Hey, you can get my quarterback, get a tackle. Yeah, I don't like that dude.
Well, okay, but watching that play, it's like, okay, you have Christian McCaffrey right there too. It's like, oh, that could have. It's a good play to get McCaffrey hurt.
Yeah, he just launched the guy. Like, what was he doing? And everybody's trying to make a defense. Like maybe McCaffrey went on the run. Doesn't matter, dude. McCaffrey was right in the play. Mm-hmm. In this situation, you don't have to push him. You can just he beat him. Oh well, you can't get him now. That could have been a penalty for blocking the back, actually.
I mean, because I know that would have pissed you off more, and if he somehow got C-Mac injured.
Yeah, I've seen some dumb plays from this guy, and the funny part is, bro, I even criticized on some of his blocks, and then on Twitter, Twitter he blocked me.
What?
Yeah, because I called his ass on his blocking.
Wow, he blocked you? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I trashed him. Any chance I see a bad play out of him, I call him out just to get his attention. I mean, but he's done okay. but on his run blocking, his run blocking can be a little unpredictable sometimes. Like like what you saw on that C-Mac play, bro. That's
Yeah.
that's one of them risky blocks he does, bro. Sometimes he even misses his run block. He'll go like this, and then he just goes, oh, he'll be like this. Oh, shoot, I missed. Like this guy, it's like he's chasing for freaking Red Robins or something, man. That guy's freaking weird. Yeah, I don't know. But so let's go on the Cardinals, positive and negative. Like, Cardinals were playing competitive. We knew they weren't going to be that good of a football team. They were put in a fight. I guess their quarterback came into reality. Josh Dobbs was just a little flash in the pan a little bit. So maybe that was the negative side. And then they're injured at running back, so I don't know who they got at the running game.
Actually, their backup did pretty damn good when he did come in. He did have a touchdown. He's actually someone that if you guys play fantasy football, you might want to check him out. Let me see. His name is.
I'm trying to think which one I'm trying to think of.
It's Imari. This one, Imari DeMarcotto. He had 10 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, he would have been solid on the fantasy lineup, but they signed. I think they promoted one of the guys from the practice squad, Tony Jones.
I don't even. Oh yeah, we had him last year.
I guess they were desperate for him.
Yeah, that's right. You did. Yeah. I mean, that's the positives with the Cardinals is that Kyler Murray's coming back. I guess he's coming back sooner than later, so they don't have to deal with Dobbs that much longer. And then the negatives is injuries, and they keep losing, right? Like they're not. But I don't think anyone expected the Cardinals to win more than like 4 games this year.
And the fact they beat Dallas was a surprise,
right? And they stood close with every other team pretty much. But I think I don't know. I mean, if you're a Cardinals fan, at least you have the you'll have the draft. They might trade Kyler Murray. They get 2 picks. They get Houston's pick in the first round, so that's good. And but Houston keeps winning, so I don't know.
That could be tough on their part, and plus, that's the crazy part is Houston's quickly turning it around pretty quickly.
Yeah. I thought the Cardinals are trying to tank for Caleb Williams, but now we don't know if he's going to even be in the NFL draft, because there's a rumor saying he could stay at USC for his senior year.
Yeah, because he's getting paid more over there than he is at this point. So I guess he'll probably just play another year, depending on the team situation.
I think if the Vikings have a top pick, he'll go there because Caleb Williams with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, his ex-teammate. I think he would come out if they have it. If the Patriots have the top pick, he won't. Arizona, probably not. Chicago, no.
Minnesota for sure, because it makes a lot of sense with Kirk Cousins. He's probably going to leave by next year.
I think they should. If I was the Vikings, I would just trade him now. They're 1-4. Trade him to the Jets. They're desperate.
Yeah, and maybe they'll give you a first round.
If they do, you hop on it.
That'd be a steal for the Jets. I
mean, I know he has a terrible record at primetime games.
That's the only downside, but I think other than that, he puts on numbers. I don't know. Like, Zach Wilson just doesn't seem it.
Yeah, if Jets want to win, they got to get rid of Zach Wilson.
I know there were several rumors saying, like, Shanahan was interested in Kirk Cousins. But I know you guys don't want him in San Francisco.
Not with the way he's played in primetime games. Yeah, he might just fit our offense because of what he has familiarity. Doesn't mean he's
But Brock Purdy makes less than $1 million. They're gonna stick with him.
That's like that's common sense, man. Like, why would you want to pay like almost $40 million for this guy instead of why not just go for somebody for a bag of chips that just ain't gonna cost you a dime until the next couple of years? Hey, you hit the lottery.
Everything else.
Like, I think for the fact the Niners were able to just find Brock Purdy, it was like hitting the lottery or something. Like, sometimes you like, let's say you got the last ticket, right? But that last ticket could be your golden ticket. That's what it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those scouts were kind of right. A lot of those scouts were just writing this kid off too soon, and now they're starting to pay for it a little bit. So we'll see about that. Yep. We'll see. So let's go preview of Week 6, man. Let's discuss this matchup. So who do the Rams got, man? Wait, you guys got
Arizona.
Arizona, bro? Oh, okay. Let's talk about the preview matchup. You give me your thoughts of your matchup with the Cardinals.
So the Rams always beat the Cardinals. I think like they beat us once in like the last 10 or 11 games. And they're injured right now. They don't have James Conner. They have Dobbs at quarterback. They're kind of just tanking, a competitive tanking team. So I don't think the Rams will have much difficulties here. This game's at SoFi. This game will probably be the first game this year that's a home game for us because San Fran had all their fans there. The Eagles had all their fans there. So this will actually have a lot of Rams fans in attendance. So I think the Rams can win this one pretty big, pretty easy. I think Kyron Williams has a big game. I think he'll have 2 touchdowns. I'd like to see Cooper Kupp get a touchdown this week. I'd like to see us score 30 plus just to keep the momentum going until we play Pittsburgh the following week. But I don't know. The Cardinals are just a team that the Rams do good against. Obviously, they have a new coach now, so that changes things. They're definitely playing hard for him. But I don't think if you bet, I think you take the Rams here.
Yeah.
And I take them by a touchdown or more in this one.
Yeah, as far as the matchup, when I look at the matchup between the Rams and Cardinals, it just seems more like a mismatch for you guys. Like, it's just exactly what we did to them, but I feel like the Rams are probably going to do a lot more, especially against their secondary, and their run defense is not that good. So I could see Kyron Williams having like a big-time performance. Cooper Kupp was actually like I think he was barely over 100 yards or so, if I'm mistaken.
118 last week. 118.
Yeah, he's probably going to rebound back to a better performance. Puka's probably going to have a pretty solid performance also. But I think as far as your weapons, you got Atwell, Higbee. Cardinals are a young team. They're a hungry team. But I think it's going to be a little interesting. I think it might be a little bit interesting for me. But if I had to choose, like you said, I'm not a betting man. I would say the Rams are going to be favored. So I'll just go with this score, 28-17. It's just maybe the Cardinals will give it a little fight, but I think you guys are just going to finish the game from right off the bat.
That's solid.
Yeah, I just think you guys are just a better football team compared to them, and you guys are kind of like maybe a sleeper team. So I can't like discount it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Eddie, what do you think, man?
Yeah. Oh, I got the Rams winning this one, but I'm going to say 27-14.
Okay. We think the Rams are better by 2 possessions, so they might be that team that you got to watch out for. So as far as like the matchups we can all look forward to, but after that, let's discuss who Seattle plays. They play Cincinnati, right?
Yep.
Ooh, okay, Eddie, give me your preview of that game.
Okay, they just came off beating the Cardinals, and we're coming off a bye week, and all right, so we're starting to get healthy again, and then I know Jamal Adams is cleared. He's cleared to practice again after that concussion he had against the Giants, and not to mention, we all got the news that Jamal Adams will not get any discipline from the NFL for what his actions that happened that Monday night against the Giants.
Yeah, he was at the heat of the moment. I think he was frustrated because they put him out there and he thought he didn't have a concussion or something.
Yeah, because they decided to just keep him out too, and then not take any chances.
That's what happens. I think this game's going to be evenly matched. I think both these teams are going to be very close and competitive. But what do you got as your scoreboard, Eddie?
If we win this game, I'm going to say 34-27 Seattle.
Okay, 7-point difference. I think this is going to be your mismatch, but it's going to be a close game. It's going to be very competitive. I just think your defense might not keep up with their offense. So I think Cincinnati, what we saw against the Cardinals, I've seen a little bit of that Bengals form a little bit. So I think Jamar Chase is going to have a field day. Joe Burrow's going to come back to reality the way he was. Seattle's defense, it's kind of like Swiss and cheese a little bit, bro. Like, I don't know what team I'm getting. Like, you guys had a really good performance, but let's be completely honest. Like, the Giants didn't even have most of their lineups at the offensive line, and Daniel Jones was holding on the ball like a crash dummy out there. I don't think you're going to see that with Joe Burrow. So as far as my score prediction, I got the Bengals winning this game 31-28. I think it's going to come down to the field goal. It's just, I think it's going to be a tough game, but it's going to be worth watching.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what do you think of this matchup, man?
I think it's a good game. The Bengals are going to catch heat right now. I'm just telling you now, this team always starts slow and they get hot. So that's why the best time to beat the Bengals is in the first couple weeks. But if T. Higgins comes back, the offense is going to be even harder to stop. They are at home. I do think the Bengals win this one 24-20. I think Geno Smith throws 2 touchdowns. It's kind of hard to run on the Bengals, even though I thought it would be easier. We really couldn't. They have a pretty good front four. Joe Burrows got hot. Jamar Chase. I know the Seahawks are like 32nd against the pass. That's at least in fantasy. So Jamar Chase is going to want the ball. He already said he's always open. So now Burrow's always going to look his way. And yeah, I think the Bengals win this one 24-20.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that too, because if Seattle's defense, if their offense can't keep up with them, then it can be one of those. But I can see it as a shootout, like a 3-point difference, because this is the type of game you guys want to see. You know,
it'll be competitive.
Yeah, I'm not disputing it. So I guess me and Ramsaholic agree on this one, and I guess Eddie's just the only one because he's pretty neutral. I don't want to say he's low key homer, but it could be a good game. So
I don't blame him. Shit, if I was Seattle,
I don't blame him.
Take him too. It's close.
It'd be closer. He can't go wrong with either choice.
I think it's bad in that.
But hey, what did you think of Devin Witherspoon in the last game we played?
Bro, he looks nasty. Pick 6,
and then he had like a couple sacks or
something.
He
had a sack, yeah.
That's phenomenal, but that Giants offense just looked like shit. But still, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Dude, tell that Giants fan that, dude. He'll get mad.
God, Denzel, he ain't having it, bro. He ain't having it, bro.
Yeah, I guess it's like I'm surprised. I'm surprised Sam Dog didn't run into him there.
No, he's in Tennessee, bro.
Hey, but Seattle's 3-1, dude. So
yeah,
they won 3 in a row. So
yeah, ever since the Rams beat them, it's kind of been like a different team after that. So sometimes that's
Charbonnet. I think Charbonnet will start getting more carries too now.
Yeah, because we're waiting on one more running back to make his debut.
Like who?
That dude Kenny McIntosh, the running back we got from Georgia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah. Okay. Then we look at the Niners versus the Browns. Man, this just has mismatch written all over. Unless their defense can really create turnovers, I just don't see it anywhere as I thought it was. I thought this would be a trap, but if they don't have Watson or any other weapons to make a difference, I don't think it matters. I think our defense is going to create pressure. So, man, I don't want to sound too cocky. I don't want to sound like I'm overlooking this team, but it's in Cleveland. I don't know how we haven't matched up well over there for quite some time. But I think this is where we get the monkey off our back when we go down Cleveland. So I'll say the Niners will definitely win this game. Let's see, 35-14. I don't know. It seems like we might steamroll this team. I don't know if they'll have an answer. I think even with Myles Garrett, he can probably have a sack or two, but it's probably not going to matter. I think it's just not going to matter because he's still going to throw the ball. And outside of Denzel Ward, I don't know who else they got in the secondary. I just know there's some guys with a little suspect, and I think their linebackers tend to miss tackles. So that might be the only issue there. Their defensive line, it's solid, but it's kind of been like a little Swiss cheese from what I was told. Steelers played a really good game, but other teams that played good games, they ran the ball well, and there's no Nick Chubb. So that's I don't know what Kareem Hunt's going to be. I don't know if he's even playing more snaps. They got another running back out there. So
Jerome Ford, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to play at running back. I seen him sign Hunt. So
Yeah, him, Pierre Strong, Jerome Ford. I
Yeah.
don't know. If Watson doesn't play, 49ers they're 5.5-point favorites right now. Cleveland has a good defense and they are playing at home.
Yeah, it could be a favorite.
So I think if Watson plays, I think there's a chance for an upset here. But if he does play, he's got to be healthy. So I don't
He
know.
might not even be at full form. He might just play to the pain and not even
Like
be that.
PJ Walker, dude. It's like Cleveland is just going through it, and San Francisco's 5-0. This is probably one of their easier games on paper. So I think San Fran wins. I gotta say 30 to like 21 based off if Watson plays, I could definitely change that. But as of now, I'll say 30 to 21. They score a garbage time touchdown to make it seem close. But
Fair enough. I can see where you're coming from. Eddie, what do you think of this game?
Well, I would say normally I had this one as a trap game, but now like you mentioned, Deshaun Watson is questionable. It's like if he's out this game, like, I'm gonna say you guys win by 20, but
Okay.
I'm gonna say like 37-17.
Ooh, I like that score. I can respect that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair enough. I mean, but like you said, it can be some garbage time too from all that perspective. So I guess we can all agree on this game that Niners are easily going to win this game. So,
yeah,
like you said, if Watson comes back, it can change opinions. But what if Watson does play? But what if he's not even at full strength? That's kind of like you would rather just play your backup.
Yeah, I don't know. They might not play him because your defensive line might be too much, and then potential of him making it worse.
Oh, and here's the interesting thing: the debut of Randy Gregory. That's just even scarier.
He's playing
this week. He's already practicing. You know what his number is?
69.
No, you want to know what Randy Gregory's number is?
What?
Trey wore that number
5.
Yeah, he's wearing number 5.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
That's like, hey, we beat Dallas that bad, and then we just get a guy that came from over there, but came from the Broncos, and where's the number that Trey wear?
Damn, he'll probably score more points than Trey Lance.
Oh, I'm gonna go there. You know, it's even so bad. I was watching one of them Cowboy fan streams, and then one of them even said, "Trey, you are the worst snitch. You're the worst snitch in the damn NFL. You didn't even give us enough information."
Dude, he didn't even know the playbook, dude. That's why they traded him. He couldn't learn the playbook.
I thought he would.
How's he going to tell them? Like, I knew he wouldn't be able to give them any insight, dude.
I guess they kept it low key, and I guess the Cowboys thought for a minute they had something over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as far as matchups you're looking forward to, let's just go by the matchups of our division. That just seems kind of unfair, but I think the one matchup that will probably be a game of the week is I think Bengals and Seahawks will be a good game. I think it's going to be a matchup I'd probably be intrigued by. Niners and Browns, it just seems like disaster. Rams and Cardinals, this is a disaster, man. It's like I'm going to have to go with Bengals and Seahawks. This can be a game of the week.
Yeah. I mean, I know like my game, it's kind of you're rolling the dice on this.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm kind of going with Cincinnati because I think they're clicking, but it wouldn't surprise me if Seattle wins.
But I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Please do not let those Browns fans throw bottles at you guys.
I don't think they're even allowed to do that. They used to do that a long time. They did it to the referees.
Yeah, they did that. No. When we last played them in 2019, it's like their fans got okay. When we got to like this is the game-winning interception, and like they got so mad they threw some bottles, and like a couple of them like hit one of the security guards there.
Oh yeah, you ever seen the one where they threw bottles at the referees?
Yeah.
Shit was messed up, man. That was
Oh
messed up.
wait! You talk about that covered almost a good portion of the field.
Yeah, in that playoff game. Remember that playoff? Wasn't it against Jacksonville or Pittsburgh? One of those games. And I guess the refs made a bad call according to them because they shouldn't have never reviewed that play that when they snapped the ball. What was the point of reviewing it if the play was already like to another play? That was a dumb reviewable, but I can see why they were upset.
But I don't. With you guys like pretty much taking over that stadium, I don't think you guys will allow that to happen.
You know what? You might be right. Like, who wants to go cheer for the Browns when they got the Niners coming right over there in Cleveland? We got some chapters over there down Memphis and Cleveland in certain areas, bro. There's a lot of people that are going down Cleveland, actually. I know a few people I'm talking to. They're coming all the way down Cleveland. A lot of them. I know some guys from Cleveland that live down there. They told me that one thing they've told me about the Browns is they're not like they're true fans, but they're not real with their team when they're like really bad. They'll just give up on them too quick.
Because I know at Levi Stadium, you guys don't take that over there. Like, anybody throwing things on the field.
Now we don't do that. It's a different type of but Cleveland can be a little unfair, you know. But
yeah, we don't do. We're not like that in Seattle here.
Except when he threw it on Bowman. That was on call.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There were. I would say, there were a couple idiots. Yeah, there were a couple idiots in that area that were just throwing. It's like somebody is being carted off, and it's like, why are you throwing garbage at him?
Yeah,
he didn't do nothing.
That was cruel of what they did because I remember that NFC Championship game. Even though you guys won, that game should have been a turnover. But either way, you guys didn't even score. But still, after he was carted off the field, Seattle fans threw stuff at him when he was getting carted off with a torn ACL.
That's it. They're like, man, I thought.
Yeah, once Bolden was injured, we were pretty much in cripple at that point.
You could expect that from Eagle fans when you go to Philly.
Yeah, they do some shit like that, but I didn't think Seattle would go that low, like Raider level low.
Because we all told them like there was several bunch of the Seattle fans told them to knock that off.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Since we're talking about all that other stuff, let's do we already did. Okay, let's do X factors for each of the teams. Okay. All right, we'll get to this one. So X factors for us, and then maybe we'll answer a couple of the other fans' questions, and then we'll end it from here. Okay, who needs to be an X factor? If Brock Purdy wants to be in the mix for the MVP, man, he has to have another perfect outing against the Browns on this game. So, yeah, I won't have to go with Brock Purdy if he wants to continue his MVP discussion. For the Rams, I think Kyron Williams they need to give the guy the ball. He would be a factor for you guys. I think you guys need to feed him the ball. Let's see. For Seattle, man, I don't know what the other receiver's name is. The one you guys drafted from Ohio State.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
He needs to have a big game or something, bro. Then what's the point of drafting this kid? He needs to get the targets or at least be productive.
Oh, I realized something. There's going to be a lot of Buckeye fans at that game because they'll be asking for his. Because I'm sure that's why they have that game because they're like welcoming him back to Ohio.
Yeah, but he needs to have a good game. But I wouldn't say he's an X factor. I would say I've always said this guy's an X factor for Seattle. I've always said Tyler Lockett, man. Oh, he's reliable.
Him or DK Metcalf.
DK, he's a big play guy, but I like Tyler Lockett better. He's more reliable. He's a tough, savvy veteran, so he makes the plays when you need to, and that's the key factor is to move the chains. If Seattle does that, they should win. But you can go on to the X factors, Ramsaholic.
So for you guys, I guess Randy Gregory, right? Let's see what he can do.
Oh, debut, okay.
It's his debut. Let's see what I'm sure they'll play him a lot since it's a game they should win, just to see what he has. Give Dre Jackson some breaks. He's just a depth piece, but a depth piece could be an X factor, and we'll see. Because I know from his time in Denver, he's looked washed out. So we'll see if a change of scenery is going to help him.
Sometimes it works out for them when they go elsewhere. Sometimes,
right? Especially playing next to the guys he's playing next to, he's going to get like open holes all day. For Seattle, I would say the X factor, DK Metcalf. I think he'll have to really carry them here, score 2 touchdowns. I think that's very possible. And then for the Rams, kind of a sleeper, O'Shane Mathis, our rookie, just had his first game last week. Actually was 10th in the NFL in pressure percentage. So he did good for a debut against the Eagles. So I'd like to see him really set the edge for us, because if we're not going to trade for an edge guy, I'm sick of seeing Michael Hoyt out there. So I hope O'Shane Mathis continues to impress and he can really take that starting edge spot and be the X factor this week for us and maybe get a sack, his first sack of his career.
Oh, wait a minute. We forgot to bring up the Cardinals. For me to bring up Arizona, it would have to be Michael Wilson. I'm going to say Michael Wilson because he's kind of looking like an X factor for them so far. He can be a good receiver. So guess I didn't even think of that guy. But yeah. Okay.
I would say Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz, okay.
Because if you look at the Rams, tight ends are killing us, bro.
That could be your X factor.
Dallas Goedert had a touchdown, first one of the year last year against the Colts. Two tight ends scored on us.
Yeah, they got that Trey McBride kid from Colorado State who's pretty raw too. But
right,
haven't used him right.
Mm-hmm.
So for Seattle, for Eddie, who do you need to be an X factor for all these teams?
Yeah, I'm hoping good games from hopefully we use our 3-headed monster. And then if from defenses hopefully Devin Witherspoon has another good game because I think I see a couple sacks from him.
Oh, so you're saying Devin Witherspoon would be your X factor? Okay. Get an interception, make a sack, or make a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would what X factor would you want from the Niners and Rams and Cardinals? Like who would have to step up for them to win?
Oh, let me see. I'll say that your defense always steps up.
Okay, hey, you got to go, or no?
Yeah, because
what?
I was going to say.
No, I was saying what's up to a couple of people in the chat.
Okay, I didn't know this.
Oh, I know, but who's your backup running backs again?
Oh, we got Jordan Mason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's I'm going to have to see if he'll step up a little.
They called this guy Mini Marshawn Lynch, actually. Because he did it against Seattle on that, last year when we played Seattle on a primetime game or something. Number 24 was running the ball just like he was beast mode out there. A couple of runs, and he was just effective. Oh. Yeah, number 24 is Jordan Mason, but you would think, wait a minute, is that Marshawn back out there? They call this guy Mini Marshawn Lynch because he's a physical back.
Yeah, I would say, hopefully Jake Brendel doesn't do anything stupid again in that game like he did the last one.
Hopefully they bench him.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully Jake Brendel. Okay, so if Jake Brendel can do his job, then the line should be good. Okay. So what about for the Rams, Rams and Cardinals? Which one has to step up? You got to pick one individual player.
Mm-hmm.
No, for the Rams, who do you think needs to step up as an X factor?
I don't think he hears us.
I guess he's having reception issues.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know who you were talking to.
I was talking to you, Eddie.
Okay.
Okay, for the X factor.
I'm gonna say Cooper Kupp with And Tutu will have another good game.
Okay, so that would be the X factor for them. What about for the Cardinals if they wanted to keep this game closer or competitive?
I would say maybe Hollywood Brown with the.
Oh yeah, he got speed too. He can be a big play, but that's either here or then. Matter of fact, let's answer a couple questions. I guess we can answer Chewy. I don't know, man. He sounds a little bit on that Kool-Aid, man, but we'll answer his question. Let's let Ramsaholic answer this question personally.
100%. Rams are winning a championship in the next 3 years again. Because next year we get the cap. Next year we get that cap. The Rams are going to spend. People want to come to LA. We're one of the youngest teams in the NFL right now. We're competing. So,
but the question is how long is Stafford going to play?
Stafford's probably got till 2026. But that's his contract ends.
Yeah, you still got to see how it plays.
35. Out. He's 35, and
yeah.
Look at these.
I'm not sounding like a hater, bro. But it really depends on how you guys keep your team. You got Aaron Donald could be on the way out too, but I don't know, man. I got to see more how. I mean, you guys are showing promising, but that can come down to your quarterback. So I'm gonna say no. You still. I don't know. Like if Stafford can still play like he's been doing, then it can change the tune. But Super Bowl appearances, I don't know. Maybe conference appearances if you guys are keeping.
Remember, we just made it. We've already made 2 at McVay. It seems like we make it every few years, so that would be like next year. If not, this year is probably going to be Eagles, Niners, unless we get edge. If we get an edge this year, then that could change quick.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not like I guess, like you said, McVay just gives you guys a little more of a competitive battle. So,
right.
Okay, we'll see.
Shout out Chewy, though. Shout out Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy. You want to go chew some lamb chops with me? No, just playing.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think, Seahawks? Do you think he's kind of reaching up a little bit on the Rams going back to the Super Bowl?
I mean, do I see them going back to a Super Bowl? It's like, I mean, if Stafford can still stay healthy,
he knows, bro. He knows.
If
he stays, yeah, because he's 35 years old. It's like, because you said that contract's till 2026. So like,
yes, sir.
But it depends on his health too. Like, what if he announces his retirement?
Because I was just gonna say he could call it quits anytime.
Yeah, at his age, I mean, what does he got to prove? He won a Super Bowl. If you won a championship and you're,
then we'll get Trey Lance. Then we'll bring Trey Lance to LA to win.
I don't know about that, man. Maybe you get Caleb Williams if you guys keep, but then you just mess up your tank a little bit. So I don't know.
Nah, we ain't Caleb.
And not to mention I think I heard, but when there was a rumor saying when you guys won that Super Bowl, Aaron Donald thought about retiring after that.
Exactly, and he's played 2 years since then.
Yeah, but I hope they don't.
This is an Eagles fan. He's cool though.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I've seen him on East Coast Gridiron's channel. He's a good dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Wilson's a good threat. I do like that McKivitz play. I mean, McKivitz has been proven. I've told those other Niner fans, you got to be patient with McKivitz. He has to play more games.
Yeah,
and it's not that bad compared to freaking. It's not bad as McGlinchey. Like, I think McKivitz is solid, and he's on a cheaper deal. So I think the Niners are doing well in the investment. But you might be right. It can be a competitive team, but I have to see how Stafford is, bro. Like, Stafford, it really depends on your quarterback. Like, if Stafford has, like, let's say hypothetically next year or two, like, what if he just calls it quits? Do you guys have a backup plan? That's what I'm saying. Like, he's talking like next 3 years. Like, Stafford could just call it quits. If
Shadir Sanders, maybe we draft Shadir Sanders if we keep our first round pick next year late.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, because Stafford can just call it quits whenever he wants next offseason, and you guys have to be fully prepared for that backup plan.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That is a good point, but I'm not disputing it, man. Like, I think you guys do compete pretty hard with Sean McVay. Yeah, the Niners will win by 14. Oh, okay. He seems more realistic about it. Like, I think we'll easily win if it depends on Deshaun Watson, but I don't think he's going to be at full health. I guess since we don't have any more questions, we can end this. But for everybody else, let's just tell everybody where they can find your platform. Ramsaholic, you've been doing a good job on your content. Tell the followers of the NFC West community where they can find your channel, man.
Yeah, so you could find me YouTube Ramsaholic, and then on X at Shay tweeted that, SHAY tweeted that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then for those other NFC followers that go on Ramsaholic channel, hey, I may be a Niners fan, but I can give you some real talks about the football game. So go check out CG Roofless 1 on Twitter. Go check me up on CG Roofless, or I do different type of content, man. I do more than just football. I do wrestling and other stuff. So there's more to the table I bring. So realistically, we shall see what happens.
Oh, dude, hey, could Stockton slap quick? Yes, dude.
Man.
Thank God, dude. That guy wasn't there. I didn't like
him,
dude.
Leave the man alone.
Nah,
man.
dude, he's a fraud, bro. Anyone that does the news like him, dude,
my God, bro. I got nothing to say about that.
Yeah, I got you.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. I don't really got nothing against him. I try to keep it positive with everybody. So we already got the score prediction, all that stuff. But if somebody got a couple more questions, maybe we can just hold on for maybe 2 more minutes, and then we'll end this and then go with the outro, man.
Yeah, stay tuned for the outro. It's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire. Oh, just hypothetically. Ooh, okay. Since Vic already asked this question, let's answer this one. Okay, just hypothetically, would you trade Cooper Kupp to acquire enough capital to move up for a top QB in this year's draft? He's asking you.
For Caleb Williams, hell yeah.
So you would trade Cooper Kupp? You would trade him even though he's still got some years, or would you?
Yeah, because the Caleb Williams, a generational talent, dude.
Okay.
You can't pass. I can't pass up that, and we already got Puka, so build with Puka and Caleb, bro.
Ooh,
all day I would do that.
So sacrifice a veteran who still got left in the tank and build around a.
Well, no one's doing that. No one's gonna do that.
Okay.
Not for Caleb.
Not for Caleb, but at least it would be real. It would be a pipe dream, but yeah.
But I would, if possible.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Couple will be 30, and the Rams will have to start paying. Yeah, they're gonna have to start looking for a quarterback because Stafford. I mean, like I said, he can either call it quits by next year or two, bro. So that's not like that's not a far fetch.
No one's trading Caleb Williams, bro. He's like the next Mahomes, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to trade up for that, but UFC quarterbacks haven't panned out except Carson Palmer, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But since he's coached by Lincoln Riley has a good track record with coaching quarterbacks.
Yeah. I would say the only way we draft a quarterback is like, we would have to trade up.
Yeah, you guys should have just tanked it up and got him, bro. No, I'm just playing, bro. Gino's not that good. I had to be a little sarcastic.
Caleb would go to Seattle, 100%. He would. They got weapons, bro.
I would say, I think Gino's gonna get us over 10 wins. Well, we got to see.
We shall see, man.
Very possible.
Very possible, man. Very, very.
3-1 already, so.
Yeah.
That's why I want this game the most against the Bengals.
Oh, yeah, and that's going to be a very competitive game. Oh, Kupp or Donald, they are parts of the ones to get. Maybe for Donald, they might be willing to give up a first because of his talent. He's still got it. It's just he has to surround himself with the better talent like he had before.
See? Look at that. Look what he said. Told you.
No, he's just too
optimistic. Be a monster the next 3 to 4 years, bro.
That's just being too optimistic. I get it, bro.
No,
well, I mean, if you guys build it the right way, you guys will be good. But you guys have been known to give up some draft picks.
Doesn't matter. Then we give up draft picks plus have that cap. If we could get Brian Burns, dude, and sign people next year,
I think getting Brian Burns will build you guys in the right direction. But it's gonna.
Well, we'll see. Right? Time will tell.
Time will tell. But hey, yeah. For everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in for the NFC West Prime, and we're gonna hit the outro. And thank you guys for tuning in.
You making money, never chase the bitch. You can hate your life, it's really how you making it. Life a bitch, a naked bitch, want you to fuck or rape the bitch. Baby lawn whore, I will not open these USA doors. It's Vietnam wars, they want you to play their game, but he shall not score. Watching movies like The Purge got me feeling the urge to stab them up where it hurts. Leave it to them to fix rap, hip-hop in a hearse. Devil disguise that don't work. I'm wearing both of his shirts, wearing both of his shirts. Some say I got Eminem's lines with terminology. What I blow on weed is way more than your salary.